What is going on, YouTube? We are back with the first episode of my fourth quarter challenge. So in today's video, I'm going to be taking you through basically what my Saturday workouts are going to look like, at least for the next 4 weeks. Because if you didn't watch my previous video, I'm going to be doing a 100-day fourth quarter challenge because there's less than 100 days left of the year, which means whatever your New Year's goals were, you only got 100 days to accomplish them. Goal so far for me is to, well, I'm not going to go through all of those. If you want to know my goals, watch my previous video. But basically, I want to drop about 20 pounds of fat, increase my strength, improve some of my PRs, and just basically enter the year the best shape of my life. So, recap of this week. I weighed in this morning at let me pull up my stats. Been weighing myself every single morning and taking an average. And I got basically, if I'm looking at my actual schedule, so I'm going to track all of it on the spreadsheet. I have it all mapped out all the way up until January 1st, so I will track my weight every single day. And the reason why I'm doing that is I'm trying to see if there's any trends on certain days of the week, like certain days is my weight higher or lower. Based on this, if I'm going off of my weight last week. So last week I weighed in at 216.4 on Saturday morning. Do the same routine every single morning. I wake up, go weigh myself, and then document it. As of this morning, I'm weighing in at 211. So technically in 1 week, I lost about 5.4 pounds. A lot of that was probably water weight because I was at my maintenance. I figured I was gonna lose a lot of weight, more than 2 pounds in my first week. The goal moving forward is if I'm losing a pound to basically 2 pounds a week, then I'm good. Because another reason why I'm doing this challenge is it's going to be the longest challenge I've ever done, and that's very hard for me because it's hard for me to take the long approach. I try to do everything drastically. If you watch my previous challenges, I'm always like, okay, I lost 2 pounds this week. Next week I'm going to up my steps, or I'm going to up my cardio, or I'm going to decrease my calories, and I do it really fast. One of the reasons why I'm doing such a long challenge is to try to challenge myself to prolong actual challenges, if that makes sense. So I'll kind of recap what my thoughts were moving forward. I'm going to jump into the workout, and then later I'll actually probably break down what the next 4 weeks will look like as for my training split. Also wanted to say thank you to everyone who's reached out to me saying that they're going to keep my dad in his prayer, or in their prayers moving forward. We got confirmation yesterday that my dad will go in for triple bypass surgery this Friday. The plan is to get down there at like 5:30 in the morning. Says it's like a 2-hour pre-op, and then it's going to be anywhere from, I think they said 4 to 6 hour surgery, and then the recovery phase starts, and that's where it's going to be pretty intense. So appreciate you guys for keeping him in your prayers. Oh, and also you guys saw me that I didn't walk while I was doing my morning reading this morning, and the reason why is because my lower back has been killing me lately. Especially I've noticed that when I wake up in the morning and then I start walking, when I go to work out, my back's really tight, so I'm trying to prevent that. That's why I just read sitting down today. Looked at my progress pics. The goal is to take progress pics every Saturday for the next 15 weeks to kind of see, not just tracking from the scale, but I need to be able to see visually if I'm actually leaning out and everything. And then obviously I got my body fat tested last week, so that was a test too. But anyways, as for the workout today, it's a shorter workout. It's actually a very short workout. So I think what I'm going to do, because this is kind of a prep towards High Rocks / Spartan race, because I don't know what I'm doing on December 7th. Overall goal is obviously the 100-day best shape of my life, best, feeling the best mentally, physically, all that stuff. But at the same time, on December 7th, I kind of want to do a test of where I'm at physically. So today is going to be a chest and back workout, but it also calls for running. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to 2.5 mile run. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 1.5 miles prior So when my legs are fresh, because I want to see how I feel when I'm fresh, and then I'm going to come in, do my workout. It's kind of a shorter workout, and I'll explain that why later in the video. And then I'm going to go back out and do 1.25 miles. Did I say 1.25 miles? So 2.5 miles, but 1.25 miles in the beginning, workout, and then 1.25 miles after. And the main reason why is because I want to get good at compromised running. Just because obviously high rocks, you do compromised running, you're not going to be fresh except for the first lap or 2 laps. And then Spartan races, you're not fresh. So I'm trying to get comfortable with being uncomfortable when I'm running, like being sore. Obviously this is all upper body, so I'll feel it a little bit, but I'm also doing that when I do my leg day so that when my legs are taxed, I'm still getting used to running. Basically, it's called compromised running. Anyways, so that's the plan. So I'm gonna warm up and then jump into 1.25 miles run. So the goal for Saturday morning runs, they're typically going to be my longer runs. However, since this is my first week on the program, and I just said I'm trying to build up to long runs, I only got 2.5 miles today. But each week, it will get progressively longer. And as they get longer, then I might actually break it up to either do the entire run before my workout or the entire run after my workout, or depending on my schedule, I actually may do like the run in the morning and the workout in the afternoon. But you'll see that since my workout is a little bit smaller today compared to a typical workout, because I'm trying to build, you're gonna keep hearing that in this video of how I am really trying to build for the next 15 weeks and not just do what I typically do when I actually jump all in the first week and then hit a plateau and screw up the whole program. So the goal for this next next 15 weeks, kind of like the goal for this run this morning, it's slow and steady with the intent to just build. So just trying to keep my heart rate at below 150 beats per minute, because that is where my zone 2 is at. So that's my thoughts. That's my plan for my Saturday morning runs. About 1.25 miles done. Now I'm gonna jump straight into chest and back workout. First up, I got incline bench press. Second exercise, I'm gonna do lat pull downs, heavier lat pull downs. I'm gonna do 3 sets of anywhere from 8 to 10. All right, third exercise, I'm gonna do dumbbell incline, 3 sets, 8 to 12.
How are you? How'd you sleep? Yeah? What you doing up so early? Huh? You not sleep good? You slept good? What time you go to bed? 9:30? What were you doing up? Watching your show? Is mommy still sleeping? Yeah. Where you going? I gotta finish up my workout, Mom. Yeah. What, is mommy awake? You have to go pee? Why don't you go pee and then come out here?
So Adeline woke up a little earlier than usual. So I still gotta do dumbbell rows. So I got dumbbell rows, 3 sets, 8 to 12. And then I still got that 1.25 mile run. So depending on if she comes out here and wants to play, that 1.25 mile run might take place a little bit later than planned. But that is part of the job when you have a garage gym, and one of the benefits, because you obviously get to see your daughter in the morning. So I'm gonna do this, and then we'll see what happens next. We're not going there until later, girl. You got some time. Oh, there's time. Yes. All right, workout's done. Now I'm gonna do some core. I'm gonna basically do 3 exercise, circuit style fashion. So first exercise, right into the next exercise, right into the next exercise, wait 2 minutes, and then run it back. I'm gonna do that 3 times. Each exercise, I'm doing 10 reps. So 10 reps, 10 reps, 10 reps, wait 2 minutes, do that 3 times. Because 10 reps is where it starts, mama. And then I'm probably gonna have to do my cardio on the treadmill since little mama's out here. You can just sit in your chair if you want, and I'll run it. You sit right next to you if you want. Core circuit is done. Abs cramped up halfway through. It just shows that my core is very weak, which is why I'm doing core. Now that that's done, I'm gonna do my 1.25 miles. And that workout actually only took me about 37 minutes. So again, it's a shorter workout, and I'll explain why once I go through my entire training split later in the video. But right now I'm gonna go hop on the treadmill and do that 1.25 miles, and that will be the end of this workout. What's that? Oh, I know you. See? Oh, because that's your horse? Oh, that's not your horse. What's his name? What did you hear him? Oli? Workout stuff?
Yeah, not here. Just somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he cares that I'm on the animal.
Why's that? You wouldn't want a horse that eats me?
Yeah, I think somebody wants that I think it's on.
Good.
This looks like a motorcycle.
Good.
That's got 2 wheels.
Because it's fast?
Yeah. Ah! There's a lady inside. What? Alright, basically they go. Are you done?
Let me just turn off my camera and I'll walk on the treadmill if you want to keep riding around.
Why?
Because I'll just sit out here with you. Workout is complete, but I think little mama still wants to hang out here. So I'm just gonna walk on the treadmill, get some steps, and then it's about 8 o'clock, so I'll go in, eat my first meal, and then we'll link up with you guys to explain my thought process of my current training split, cardio, all that stuff for the next 4 weeks. The building phase. All right, so breakfast is done, workout is done. Now I'm gonna break down what this thing is freaking. Oh, that's way better. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna break down now what the next 4 weeks is gonna look like. Again, I got a 15-week basically plan, 100 days, well less than 100 days now because the first week is done. And I'm gonna basically break it up into 4-week cycles and kinda at the end of the 4 weeks, reevaluate and kinda see where if I made progress and then make any adjustments if needed. So I have a plan moving forward, and then depending on if that plan is being successful, then I will keep the plan in place and maybe not tweak anything. I may not tweak anything until either I hit a plateau or I feel that like my body has adapted to my current split. So I'll break down the current split and then I will break down how I basically created this workout. So it's a 6-day working week with right now Mondays being my day off. Now that could change depending on what my schedule looks like. So like for instance, since my dad's surgery is next Friday, I'm gonna obviously take that day off. So now I'm gonna move everything up 1 day and plan on working out Monday, if that makes sense. So, all right, so Tuesday is gonna be an easy run and then a push workout. The push workout's gonna be obviously chest, shoulders, and triceps. Now the order of these doesn't really matter. I may switch them up depending on how I feel. So some days I may go in and I may do an easy run and then the workout, or I may do the workout and then the run, depending on how I feel. Or like today, on some days I might do part of the run, the workout, part of the run. The only reason I'm doing that is one is to obviously keep the body guessing, but sometimes I want to run when my legs are fresh, and then sometimes I want to run when my legs are fatigued. All right, Wednesday I got a threshold run with a pull workout. So threshold run is going to be anywhere, like I think this or speed work. Wednesday is going to be my speed work day. Some days it may be tempo run, some days it may be fartlek, some days it may just be sprints. It's going to be kind of basically my speed day. And then also I got pull session that day, so back and biceps. Thursday I got an easy run, and then I got legs. Friday I got another easy run with shoulders and arms, so basically shoulders and biceps and triceps. And then Saturday, again, this is another easy run. This is going to be my longer run though, so Saturdays are going to be a long run at obviously zone 2. So anytime I say easy run, it's just zone 2. And then Saturday is my chest and back, which you guys saw today. And then Sunday, tomorrow, is my long aerobic work. So the way I think of this is right now I do a 60-minute session, and I try to do obviously I include some running in there, I include some rowing, I include some assault bike, I include some maybe some carries, some box jump overs. Basically the way it works is, like, for instance, last week I think it was like 500-meter run, 500-meter row, 25 cal echo bike, 30 double unders, and then 10 weighted burpees. And then I just kept cycling through that for an hour. The goal for that is to keep my heart rate anywhere from zone 2 to zone 3. And it's really just so that I get used to doing aerobic work, basically cycling through stations and different workouts, I guess you could say. Because obviously I'm training with the intent to possibly do a high rocks in December, so I want to get used to doing that. And then if I want to throw in a deca, it's like that's my day that it's geared towards that. So it's not a specific body part day, but it is geared towards getting used to having that cardiovascular taxed while you're working different body parts, basically simulating either decas or high rocks. That's my point of it. Now, so you got the rundown of the actual week. When it came to creating each of those days, I basically, the way I'm going to do it is for the first 4 weeks, I'm only doing, I think I'm at 14 exercises, or 14 sets. So when I think of chest, I am doing 14 sets throughout the week. So on Tuesday, I got 5 sets of bench press, and then I got 3 sets of dumbbell bench, so there's 8. And then, like you saw today, I have chest, and I have another 3 of incline, so now we're at 11 total. And then I have another 3 of dumbbell incline, which would put me up to 14 sets. So throughout the entire week, so my back, I chose my back total. So my chest workouts for the entire week is going to equal 14 sets. My back for the entire week is going to equal 14 sets. My legs, so on my leg day, since I only have one leg day, I have 14 sets. So I have 5 squats, I have 3 sets of lunges, so that's 8. I have another 3 sets of front squats, that's 11. And then I have another 3 sets of Bulgarian split squats, which puts me up to 14 for legs. So the way I broke it down is I basically just chose 14 sets and distributed them throughout the week, and this is the split I chose. That's why today it was obviously, I only did 2 chest workouts. Now, again, this is the building phase, so for the first 4 weeks, I'm really focusing on lifting heavier weight, because I have not really lifted heavy weight for a very, very, very long time. Basically, I started 5 weeks ago when I started finding my maintenance calories, and I've already seen an increase in my strength according to my in-body scan that I talked about last week. So since I'm actually enjoying the strength portion for the next 4 weeks, I will not do more than 14 sets. And then the 4 weeks after that, I'll probably jump up to about 18 sets. And then 4 weeks after that, I'll jump up. So I'm going to basically be jumping up every 4 weeks. But my goal for the first 4 weeks is to force myself to stick to these 14 sets and not just jump in. Because if it was previous Bryce, I would have probably thrown in like 25 sets for each body part week 1. And I'm learning. Again, I'm trying to not burn myself out, because anytime I do like a 10 week, 8 week, 12 week even, I'm usually jumping in at like week 10 the first week. So I'm doing a bunch of walking, I'm doing a bunch of running, I'm doing a bunch of lifting, and I eventually just get burnt out and my body plateaus. So I'm basically trying to implement different stimulus as I go throughout this workout. I'm really trying to see what exactly this program looks like, because if I like it, if I get good results, then obviously I'll put it all into one program so that on January 1st people could actually do a 15-week, 100-day blitz, whatever it may be. As for my first week, I'm actually very happy with the results I've seen. Obviously, you saw the weight go down. My workouts, they're not as long. Yes, Mama. Why don't you have pants on?
Because I had to change.
Oh, because it was hot out there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to change my clothes.
Oh, you changed your clothes? That's a cute outfit. Are you going to wear that to Grandma's? Grandma's? Yeah?
No,
Just around here?
no, I have to go to Papa's house.
Oh, no, you're going to wear it to
No
Papa's?
babies will kick.
Okay, go. You might pull up your pants. It might be easier to walk if your pants are up. Okay. Do whatever you want. Thank you for shutting the door. I like the workout length. I feel like I'm actually not burnt out. I feel like it's not like I'm just going through the motions as before when I did like 10 to 12 reps, but I knew I had to hit 5 different machines for 4 sets, so I'm hitting 20 sets. I always keep some left in the tank, and I think that just makes it not effective workout. This week, since I know, for instance, on like my push day, I only had 5 sets of bench press, and then I had 3 sets of dumbbell bench. So my goal was I'm going to go heavy because I don't have, 5 other exercises after my 2 bench, if that makes sense. Like I said, I like it because it doesn't take as long. That's another thing. And then I want to start incorporating core. So like today, I was able to run 2.5 miles. I was able to hit chest and back. I felt like it was an effective workout. And then I was able to hit core, and it's not taking away hours at a time from obviously spending time with my wife and daughter, or even just other stuff around the house. So for being at the first week, I'm actually very excited about it. So that's kind of how I'm moving forward with the actual workout. Now, as for when it comes to the running portion, my running portion, I broke it down into a calendar. So my goal is to just increase about 10% overall mileage for the week every single week. So like this week, I got 10 miles total. So I did 2 on Tuesday, I did 2 on Wednesday, I did 2 on Thursday, I did 2 on Friday, and then I just did 2, I wasn't even supposed to do 2.5 today. I was just supposed to do 2. Should have looked at my schedule. Gosh darn, anyway. 10 miles this week. Now next week I'm going to ramp it up 10%. So if I ramp it up 10%, that basically puts me at 11.5 miles. So next week it's going to be basically 2 miles, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then on Saturday, since it's my longer run, I'm going to go to 3.5 miles. And then next week I'm going to basically keep it at 3.5 miles, and then I'm going to go to 4 miles, and then it's just going to keep ramping up as I go through, because every week it's going to increase by 10%. So that goes for my cardio. Now when it comes to, obviously Wednesdays are my speed work, so like this past week, since I have 2 miles, I didn't do 2 miles all fast. Basically I did a half a mile warm up, and then I did a mile basically speed work. So I did 0.10 of a mile fast, so like at a tempo of like maybe a 8-minute per mile pace, and then 0.10 of a mile zone 2, and then 0.10 of a mile, and I basically repeated that for the entire mile, and then I finished my last half mile at zone 2. So there was basically a mile in there that I was working a little bit faster than usual, and then every week I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to basically, so next week, since I got 2 miles again, what I may do is try to do a half mile warm up, and then do basically a whole mile at 8-minute per mile pace, and then I'll do another half mile cool down. So Wednesdays are always going to look different as the miles ramp up, and that's my mileage for the week. How I'm going to basically break it down for the next 15 weeks is so that at the end of this, my final week, I should accumulate 50 miles for the week, and I've never done that. So that is my goal, is I want to be able to finish off the year with a 50-mile week. Now I believe this is the last thing when it comes to steps, because steps, obviously I'm going to keep track of that. My goal for the first 4 weeks is I'm really just going to be doing 10,000 steps a week. Obviously that's going to go up because some of the miles, once the miles get up, I mean, I think in week 4 I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, week 4 I'm going to be logging 13 miles. So my step count gradually is going to go up. But for the first 4 weeks, if I'm still losing weight and seeing progress, then I'm just going to keep 10,000 steps per day. So 70,000 steps per week. Once I get to week 4, then what I may do is, or week 5, I guess you could say, once I get to week 5, I'm going to probably up my step count by about 10%. So then I'd be trying to, I think that's 1,100 steps per day, or 11,500 steps per day, somewhere around there. That I'll do that for another 4 weeks. And then I'll probably add another 10% after that 4 weeks. So probably by the last month, I'll be accumulating 15,000 steps a day, which it's probably going to be pretty easy, especially because my mileage is going to ramp up the closer I get to the end. So again, I'm instead of like when I first did this, I was like, oh, I'm going to jump in at 20,000 steps per day, and then like after 4 weeks, it's like I plateaued. So again, it's the slow and steady, slow build, like over the course of the next 15 weeks. That is really my goal going through this. Now last thing, which I'm going to probably do my next video more going into detail about this, nutrition. I'm sure you guys are wondering what I'm doing for my calories. So right now I'm at 2,300 calories per day, but I am carb cycling. So Monday is going to be a low day, Tuesday low day, Wednesday I go high day, Thursday low day, Friday low day, Saturday and Sunday are both high days because that's my long run, my long aerobic work, and I'll switch up basically that. Now what I may do is again, my plan moving forward is probably on week 4 or week 5, I will do an entire week of just high carb days to basically reset my body so it does not adjust and I don't plateau. So you can see that my main goal going through this is to build slowly and try to avoid any plateau, so that it's just steady for the next 15 weeks. I'm just losing weight, seeing progress, seeing strength, seeing my cardio go up, and there's no plateaus. Do I think plateau is going to come? Absolutely, just because it happens, and then I'll make adjustments when necessary. But my next video I'll probably actually go into how I broke up my actual carb cycling, because I know a lot of people always ask that, like how many carbs do I do on my low day, how many carbs do I do on my high day, where did I get those numbers from, all that stuff. So I'll probably do a full day of eating next video, and then I'll explain to you guys what day that is. So if you would like to see a full day of eating and how I break down my carb cycling moving forward, just obviously comment below and let me know. But I think that about wraps up my plan moving forward. All in all, I'm very excited for this. I'm hoping that by the end of this 100 days, by January 1st, I come in, I see all my goals for my strength go up. I see my goals for my weight and my body fat go down. I see my cardiovascular go up. I see my mileage go up. I'm hoping that all of these, I see progress. Realistically, the hardest part is going to be the nutrition. I'm very proud of myself. This past week, I did not have any chips. I did not stray from my diet at all. And that's very hard for me. I know a lot of people have said like, oh, I probably have body dysmorphia because I feel I look a certain way. I'm not gonna lie, maybe I do have that to a certain extent. I know a lot of people have commented saying like you should see food as fuel, which I do, but there's certain food that I don't think it counts as fuel. Like I love chips. I could put down a bag of chips super easy. I don't think that's fuel. Comment below if you think like I should incorporate chips. I just don't see the value of it, but maybe I need to change how I look at chips. So I would be kind of curious to see what your guys' thoughts are when it comes to how you view the fun stuff like the cookies and the chips and donuts. I am still keeping donuts with my daughter every Sunday. However, I'm not going to be eating like 6 donuts like I usually do. I'm going to try and just do like maybe 2 and go about it that way. So I think the nutrition is going to be the hardest part, but so far I'm 1 week in, and I'm pretty focused because I really would like to get back to where I not only looked the way I like, but I really liked the way I felt when I was down to that 194. I felt like I was very disciplined. I was firing all cylinders. I just felt very good about myself, and that's where I want to get back to. That's why January 1st is going to be a good day. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate everybody who likes and comments on the video, subscribes to the channel. Obviously, you guys know that helps me grow, and that's really what this is about, is growing the channel, and then obviously getting you guys content, making new relationships, and just trying to spread the message. And you guys already know the message. stay happy, stay healthy, and above all, don't be average. I'll see you guys in the next one.